All right. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Market opens in about 6 minutes. So we got another 5-minute candle to form, and then we will see what we get from there. Remember, guys, 10 o'clock Eastern today, Powell will be talking. So we have to be very careful if we're in any trades. Consider even closing them or going very light when he speaks. We got to be careful. Even though it's not a news event, it's still him talking about the economy, and it's still going to most likely have an impact on the market.
Call my phone?
Okay.
Oh, forget I found it.
Alright, so we're just sort of waiting right now. Let the market play out. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Nicole? What's up, Adrian? JPJ, Jim, what's up, guys? Good morning. Good selling pressure stepping in right there. Market opens again in about 4 minutes now. Yo, YouTube, what's up, YouTube? Hit that like button, guys. What's going on? Make sure you keep running the like button up. I'll make sure to keep skipping the ads for you guys. Keep it pretty even, Steven. Crude oil took out that low and then decided to pop, so I'm keeping an eye on crude for a candle closure. I know I mentioned that I was a bit more bearish on crude today, but the higher time frame didn't really give me a basing candle just yet. So something I might want to look for is if this 5-minute wants to continue higher. See how the next 5-minute closes, see if we create a 5-minute fair value gap to the upside again. See how this one, we sort of broke this one. We tried longs in this one over here. We stopped out right over here because we moved our stop loss up. We knew that we were getting a bit weak on that pump. So that's sort of what I'm looking for right there, is if we could push higher and continue. What up, Brandon? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. My pleasure. My pleasure. So we have crude oil on the bottom left, gold on the bottom right. We have ES on the top left, NASDAQ on the top right. I'm looking at NASDAQ real quick to see if we have any other zones over here. But quite frankly, we don't have much, so we're sort of in the middle of nowhere on NASDAQ. So staying patient. We have this there's a 30-minute candle closes in about 2 minutes. So we're going to keep an eye on the 30-minute until we open at 9:30, which will also be when we close on that candle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Adrian? What's up, man? Morning, Greg. What's up? When did you? Let's see. So, good question. I think somebody asked, what do I think today is going to be? Is it going to be a range day? Is it going to be a trend day? Well, right now, guys, going off of the information provided to us already in the market, we don't know yet, right? Right now, we are an inside bar. So, this is today's candle, Friday. This is yesterday's candle. As long as we remain in between the lows and the highs, that's an inside day, that's a range day. That's going to be a bit difficult, right? It's going to be a range day. However, the only way we could get to a trend day is to have a strong impulse move in either direction. So to say we're definitely going to trend or we're definitely going to range is almost impossible unless we're getting something like we're opening and we're already pushing higher above that previous day, or we've been trending for a few days, all these candles, right? It was pretty easy to acknowledge that, the previous day was bullish, we'll go bullish, we'll go bullish, we'll go bullish. But now that we had this consolidation period this past week and this past few days, we're sort of in the middle of not nowhere's land. Can't talk. But we have a bit more uncertainty. We're in a bit more of a range right now. So this is the 5-minute on ES. Closes in about 30 seconds. The market opens in 30 seconds. I'm looking at 30-minute on ES. I'm looking at the 30-minute on crude. Ooh, look at the 30-minute on crude up there, guys. Man, that's crazy. Like, I'm trying to go over it and see, did I have the wrong zone? Maybe it should have been the 15-minute fair value gap. Throw an OTE up there. Not so much. See, that's the thing too, though, with the strategies, with trading, with finding a concept and sticking to it, is you can't force it everywhere. So there's that 30-minute close, um, closed with a lot of uncertainty. So I'm not going to be taking any trades off of that. I'm going to be a bit wary of that. I do think we're going to want to make a run to the lows like we did yesterday morning. We're going to stay patient. A lot of the weighted index did gap up, which is bullish. We're going to be patient on that. Crude oil did not create that 5-minute fair value gap on this candle like I was anticipating. So we're going to stay patient. Check out the 1 minute. 1 minute do anything. There's that drop on the 5-minute again on ES and NQ. Right now we will put up the NASDAQ on our heat map. If you guys want to see anything, YouTube guys, this is Bookmap on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we have the ES, the NQ, the crude oil, and gold. If you want to see any of these indexes on the Bookmap, please let me know. I will put them right up for you. So always looking for lows to be taken out, right? So this low right here is a major low. Boom, taken out. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful drop. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like button. I'm going to make sure I hit skip ads for you guys. Let's see, so we have NQ also took out this low right here and is trying to reject. Take a look at the 1 minute, 5 minute. Coming up, we get VWAP on here too. VWAP right there on ES. Still pushing lower though, very weak right now. Weighted index is trying to drop at the moment. Very weak market right here. If you guys want to see ES and NQ, like both of them on Bookmap, let me know. I could do that too, where I put ES on the right, NQ on the left, but then you won't see the charts. So guys, something I mentioned in the pre-market live stream we did today was I wanted to see if we could get an impulse move, a fair value gap entry along with an optimal trade entry. And the reason for that is because that's what we got yesterday. Now yesterday from 11:05 to 11:50, we had a nice move lower, and in that move lower, we created a 5-minute fair value gap, and from the top of the move to the bottom of the move, just from, because see, this is the top because we had a pullback at that point, we lined up with that 61% in that fair value gap. Now, that 15-minute fair supply zone that was created there, that was the top of this sell-off right here. Pre-market-wise, we probably would have been able to catch this, but this has only really been about a 10-point move. Nothing too crazy, but 10 points is still pretty solid on the ES. I mean, 50 points there on NQ. We're just waiting because the first 5-minute candle will sort of set the mood for the day, give us direction, give us sense of ATR, and all types of stuff like that. Hindsight on this crude oil trade, I probably could have had either a better entry or... See, the problem is if I had a better entry... So it would have had to be a better entry with a better further down stop loss. The problem with that is from my entry point up here, if I move my stop loss even further, yes, it wouldn't have stopped me out. I still would have been in this trade. It starts skewing with the risk to reward. And when you're already in a trade with a set risk to reward and you add to that trade, you're skewing it. Now you're risking more on that trade, right? And we have to be so aware of that because now that you're adding to it, thinking it will play out in your favor. Yes, that will be great if it does, when it does. However, we don't know what will happen in the market. It could sink on you, and then you could be taking a loss that's double the size that you usually risk, right? So we have to be careful and always try to be risking the same per trade, per setup. Now, if you notice that you're doing better in the markets and the market conditions have changed, now this is something ton of people lately been coming up to me and asking, like, I was doing X, Y, and Z setup, and it's not working out anymore. I feel like I was right there. I was doing so much better. That's going to happen in the market and it's going to happen all the time. Think of it like seasons. If you're in a state or somewhere in the world that has different seasons, it snows, sometimes it rains, it's super hot, it's super cold. Seasons are always changing, right? Just like the market is always changing. Sometimes we're in a bull trend, sometimes we're in a bear trend, sometimes we're consolidating in a bull trend, sometimes we're consolidating in a bear trend, sometimes we're reversing. All of these different forms of market structure creates uncertainty in the market. I'm going to see if this is an optimal trade entry right here. Like right there. We're going to do that one. We're going to We'll take a look at that short position. Just take a look. Just take a look. Because you know what it is too. We have a 1 minute right above it. But that 1 minute doesn't really line up with that 78%. This 5 minute, however, lines up with that 78% really well. So this one we will make a lightish blue. This other one will make a darker blue, fair value gap. And I'm going to be looking for a short position on ES, target the lows, OTE. You down with OTE? Yeah, you know me. I'm probably going to go 2 or 3 contracts on this one. How's the 15 looking? 30. Something. Anything. Alright, we'll see. We'll get ES up on here. 56.29, 50, 56.30. That is above. That's up here. So those are pretty heavy. Keep an eye on those. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Good selling coming in again. Now I wonder if we're going to reject this order block right here. That's on the 61% instead of the fair value gap up here that's at the 78%. Show you what I'm talking about. This is a order block, or I suppose a 1 minute supply zone. But it's lining up with that 61% too. But I was looking for this fair value gap at the 68. We'll see how this 1 minute closes. Perhaps we'll take this short, but I'd much rather be a bit patient. Market still just opened, you know. Market opened 7 minutes ago. I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing, I'm American. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like button. I'm gonna make sure to skip the next set of ads for you guys. So it does look like we're trying to reject off that order block. I'm still gonna be a bit patient because I feel like we might want to run through that order block to grab some liquidity, then reverse off of that fair value gap. So we're gonna be patient on that. So 1 minute fair value gap there. Any 5 minute fair value gaps on NQ? Sort of. Nothing crazy. Oh, see that right there? See that sort of, the iceberg sort of makes me want to consider a short position here because sellers are trying to build up on ES. And we're still rejecting that order block. YouTube guys, hit that like button. I do want to make sure I could skip those ads for you guys. Got about 4 seconds left. I might take this short. No. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, light it up, light it up. Take a look at our weighted index is pretty weak right now. Apple's pumping higher though. Apple is trying to make a new high of day right now around 226. Oh, boom. Pop on Apple right there. So we're going to be careful. Apple near pre-market high. See that Apple pump? Apple's the only thing really pumping right now. Nvidia too, nice pump from 125 to 126. So we're going to be crazy patient on this. Want to see a move higher. We have our optimal trade entry lined up on the ES at this spot right here, right up here. So short position 56.27.25. See, we're going into it now. And we're not jumping right in. Not putting a limit order out, not jumping right in. Stay patient. Apple made new high a day on Apple. Nvidia new high a day. Tesla's pumping too, right? So equities, I'm noticing equities are pretty strong right now. I'm not jumping the gun. Nvidia, big pump right there. So not jumping into these shorts just yet. I do see that the NASDAQ is at that fair value gap, that 1 minute fair value gap. What I do like is ES is much closer to those new highs versus the NASDAQ, which is not near those highs. So if we break new high a day on ES, grab the liquidity, we might grab that as buy side liquidity before reversing. If the NASDAQ could hold that low, we would create that SMT divergence. So it's definitely something I would consider too. So right now we're sort of waiting on two setups. ES new high, NASDAQ fails the new high, or ES off this fair value gap, as well as NASDAQ rejecting too. Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. I really want to come kick it with you. And get some tunes up in here, but then YouTube will tell me no. Guys, YouTube, don't forget, let me know what you guys are watching, what you guys are trading. Right now we have the ES on the left, the NQ on the right, the crude oil on the bottom left, and gold on the bottom right. And I do have heat map and book map available for each one. Let me know which one you guys want to see, and I could always change it around. If you comment NQ in the comments, switch it to NQ. Comment ES, I will drop it to ES. Same with you guys Discord as well. So staying patient here. I'm looking at the 5 minute, right? Because the 5 minute had a strong bullish engulfing candle right there. And I'm still waiting on this entry point right up here. So this buy side liquidity was taken out. We took out this low. So that's pretty bearish at the moment. So we're just sort of waiting. Look at that 15. I'm very curious as to how the 15 will close on the ES. Oh, nice. Brandon on YouTube said he's been trading crypto pairs. Now, when you say crypto pairs, is it actual like crypto pairs like Bitcoin Ethereum pair? Or is it just Bitcoin, just Ethereum, stuff like that? I don't know much about. I don't want to say I don't know much, but I don't trade crypto. I won't. I won't be selling you a course on crypto, I promise. Let's see, 56. So again, the sellers are doing their best to protect this level up here on the ES, this 56.29.50 area. So still really just waiting for this short entry at this fair value gap up there. But it looks like we're getting that rejection already. We did reject the 61%. Yeah, we might have that move now. Bitcoin USD, Ethereum. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yo, YouTube guys, make sure you run that like button up to ask me if I want to run ads shortly. I'll make sure to skip that for you guys. Yes, did give us a bit of a push lower. I'm not jumping the gun. Gotta remember, when we're stuck on the 1 minute time frame, it's good, it's great, you know, get some scalps in, but it's important to check that 5 minute, because if I'm looking at the 5 minute and I saw that red move lower, I would say, well, this thing could just wick right back up. But if I was stuck on the 1 minute, not aware of the 5 minute, and I saw this thing dumping right here, I would say, oh man, this is the drop out of the range. We're gonna continue here. Unaware to me that we just had this pullback. This 5 minute is an inside candle compared to this candle right here. We haven't broken the lows or anything. So it's just something to be super aware of. Always be aware of every time frame when you trade. If you trade the 1 minute, look at the 5 and 15. You trade the 5, look at the 15 and 30. Regardless, you should always be looking at like the 15 and 30 and hourly. Those are very important. Those will help keep you in the right direction. Daily could sometimes throw you off. I will say that daily can sometimes throw you off because the market does know what a lot of traders are anticipating. About 5 seconds left. I'm still waiting on short entries on ES. Now we created a pivot right here, right? So there's some sellers. People are going to be with their stop orders sitting right here. So this is going to be some buy side liquidity. Gotta run. Oh man, what's up, Brandon? Take care, Brandon. Have a great day. Hope your buddy's problems get fixed with this truck. Good luck. Be safe. Be well. Namaste. Alright, ES trying to pump towards that entry. Now I like that 5 minute for Bears. So 15 minute. 15 isn't. Yeah. Wait. Okay, we'll see. Maybe right there. Alright, we're gonna keep an eye on shorts, guys. See if we can get some selling pressure up in here.
I'm gonna fade you, Kevin.
Oh
Good
no.
morning.
Oh no. Tell me, Godo, why you fading me? I'm looking for shorts. Why you fading me?
I don't know. Just trying my luck, bro.
No, that's not a real answer. There's got to be some type of entry or something, man. I'm not going to jump right into this. I'm not jumping right into this. I might jump right into this.
Well, just the overall bullishness.
True.
And yeah,
True.
mostly that. And Powell's coming out here
Oh,
soon.
yeah. Yep, 15 minutes pal talks. Oh, what a bummer. There go our trade plans. Oh, I was going to drop a meme on Pal, too. I'm going to send it, guys, on the Discord. And then I'll then I'll play it on this stream. Alright, we're coming up to that entry. I'm not jumping right into shorts if we get in there, because just like Godo, one of our members, mentioned, we've been overall a lot more bullish. I mentioned earlier in the pre-market stream that we have been more bullish, so I'm gonna be careful. Want to see if maybe we create some divergence. NASDAQ looks like it's getting weak too. Alright, I sent the meme. What do you guys think, with or without the caption? I wrote it. The first one.
Now,
is
did
the
you get a look
same.
at the man who assaulted you?
I did.
Okay, can I get a description?
Yeah, he was probably around 5'9", 5'10".
Now, how about identifying characteristics? Any marks, piercings?
He may have had a tattoo.
He may have had a tattoo? Did have a tattoo? Which one was it?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
You know what? It's fine. I have a preliminary sketch here. Is this the man who assaulted you?
I found that funny.
Now, did you get a look at the man who assaulted
me in my portfolio or without? What color will J Pow's tie be today, says Jeremy. That's a good question. Alright, let's see. NQ trying to push into that fair value gap again. Some divergence there. Alright, there's a break. Come on, yes. Alright, there's that fair value gap. There's a rejection. I'm not jumping right in. This 1 minute looks like it could pop like crazy. So we're not doing that. Godo, are you long already? I was sort of hoping you'd get long before that short entry area, because then if you're right and we blow through that area, you can move your stops to break even, because I don't think we're going to come back to this area if we push higher.
Well, this is the first inverted 1 minute fair value gap with this candle. So I got in one micro right now as it broke through a little bit.
Okay.
And once this closes, I'm gonna probably wait. I have some limits for a drawback, for a pullback.
Very
And then
good.
that would kind of be like a Wu-Tang, Jeremy's Wu-Tang, kind of, you know?
I think so. I'm going to put some sell limit out there. Stop loss is 56.29. Just because I like how it's building up on the heat map. And the reason for that is because now I could keep my stop loss pretty tight because of the heat map. 56.30.25. Mine's at 56.29 right now, so I guess not as tight, but We'll look for the reaction. I'm looking at the 5-minute right here. Good reaction so far. Just gotta be patient. Let this 1 minute close. Nice. But we gotta wait and see, wait and see. This thing could pump, this thing could dump, whatever it wants to do. Buyers are trying to step in. So I want to see if these buyers either want to be stuck in the market and we'll dump on them and they'll be trapped and they have to hit the sell limit, or if they want to pump us through these heavy levels. But because these heavy levels are here, I feel like they're going to fail. Nice, nice reaction. Very good. Beautiful. Oh no, YouTube. Oh, they got an ad. I wasn't paying attention. I was getting into these shorts. I'm gonna stay patient. 5-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. 30.
For
shit,
me,
he
the
talks in
the
10 minutes.
939 and the 940 candles would be bullish breaker box.
Yeah.
And it's coming back into it. And I've got my limit set up to take some longs there. And we got
Okay.
Powell coming. Let's just hope it spikes with him.
Yeah.
I'll have a small stop.
Because I'm getting out of one contract because we got Pal coming. Because I don't trust that. I'm gonna look to get out of one contract maybe towards the bottom over here. If we get one more strong drop, I'd like to get out of one contract. Excuse me, market, I'd like to get out of one contract now, please. Yes, preferably in profit would be great. If you could just drop for like the next 7 minutes, that would be phenomenal. I'd like to get out of a contract down here. I don't want to get out right up here. I want to get out down here. Yay. Gonna wait. I like that sell-off right there. Look how much weaker the ES is than NQ. Beautiful. Oh my god, gorgeous trade. Gorgeous. Don't mind if I do. I'm going to... Yeah? Oh, you shouldn't have. I'm out of one contract right there. Market. What a Friday. Fantastic. Great stuff. I do want to get out of that last one, though, before Pal speaks. So, market, if you want to sell off for, like, the next 7 minutes, that would be great. Thank you. As you go under VWAP, that would be great. Thank you, sir. Godo, I'm sorry you faded me. I'm sorry you had no faith in me, man.
Your X's were my entries, that's all.
I'm sorry that happened today. Yeah, that was clean, man. That was clean. I might get out of this last one because we're holding this 1 minute fair value gap right now. But I don't know, man. That was pretty nice. What are we at? Yeah, I might. He talks. The thing is, he talks soon, and I hate holding anything when he's talking. The 5 minutes keeping me bearish.
It depends on whether Powell speaks a long speech, or a short speech.
Yeah.
He made a, short speech 1 or 2 times ago where he just said, "Market, we're going to do what we need to do. You need to get over it," and walked off the stage, right? Basically saying that, and the markets just went nuts, just collapsed right after he said that.
I'm moving my stop loss to 28.50 here, guys. But go on. What were you saying? Oh, buyers. $28.50 is my stop loss. That's where this iceberg is. So I want to see if we can hold below that. That would also be the divergence, because now ES is coming up into this fair value gap and Q is at a new high. But other than that, not looking good for the sellers right here. Really need a strong move lower. Yeah, that would be great divergence right there. I'll show you guys the divergence I'm talking about. If ES could fail that high and NQ broke that high, that's divergence. Bearish divergence on ES is weaker. I'm not the biggest fan of this because it feels like we could break this divergence. My stop loss is at the high of that divergence, so it's a very tight stop loss, and only if my trade analysis is incorrect. NQ pretty weak. I like the weighted index looks pretty weak. Nvidia's got a bit of a pullback. I'm gonna stay in these shorts. YouTube guys, hit that like button. I'm gonna make sure to hit skip ads for you guys. We're in some ES shorts right now. I do feel like they're gonna want to go run and hit our stop loss. Stop is right above 62875. So I'm looking for this divergence. Nope, boom, right there, stopped out. That's all right. We got out of one contract and a nice profit earlier. So we're chilling right now. We're chilling. This thing could still play out, but because Pal speaks in literally 5 minutes, we're not going to chance anything.
Check main chat.
Main chat. Can you point out the icebergs? Thank you. The iceberg, blue line says 98. Yes. So the icebergs are, I mentioned earlier as well, the icebergs really show us it's orders in the market that are sitting there. So any icebergs above us are sell orders that aren't shown on the heat map. So they're hidden orders in the market. So any institution, any large big banks, anybody who has that power to hide their orders but still fill their orders because, say, their broker doesn't show the orders like another broker would, it's showing us on Bookmap because of that indicator. So those icebergs are sort of like, I know somebody explained it as the tip of the iceberg, right? So we're looking at the tip of a large institution's sell order. So if we see heavy selling up here on ES, there's a bigger chance that there's bigger sellers in the market than there are buyers, right? And that's sort of what helps keep me bearish on that trade too. It feels like it wants to continue here, but that was crazy, man. That came up, stopped me out, and then said, thanks, sayonara, now I'll go. Weighted index is dropping. I would consider getting back in here. Shouldn't have touched the stop loss. Should not have touched the stop loss. That's alright. It's alright. We did well because now we're in profit for the day, and we took that crude oil long earlier that stopped us out. All it should take is one trade to get you back in the profits. Yeah, the 98 one is gone, right? So we'll see the iceberg. So we saw right here. Where is it? I saw a really heavy one. So like 111 on the iceberg and the absorption indicator, right? So there was a lot of liquidity going on here. We had the absorption, we had an iceberg, we had another big iceberg, another big absorption, and then we reversed at that point. So that's pretty cool with the book map and the heat map, is it shows us those massive lots, those massive orders. I never move my stop closer unless it's just a problem. Yeah, no, don't move your stop closer unless you are moving it because, you know, you're in profit, you're trying to capture those gains, or you already scaled out. I'll only move my stop if I already scaled out of one contract. Or half my position, or 3/4, whatever I'm trading. If I'm in 3 contracts, I'll get out of 2, and then I'll move my stop to break even on the 1, depending on the move. It all depends on the move and the targets. And the entry. It does look better for bears here, but right now we see on ES, we're getting tight. We're getting very tight because the market's consolidating for Powell to speak in 1 minute. In 1 minute, Powell is going to speak. Look at heat map right here on NQ. Look at this. Everything is pulled right now. That's crazy. Wow, they pulled everything leading up to Powell speaking. So let's see if it makes an impact. Definitely going to be clipping this, putting it inside into some type of YouTube video or something to explain the impact and how volume analysis works, especially when dealing with a high news event. So we got 30 seconds till he speaks. YouTube guys, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna try to work on some more videos.
Here he is, purple tie.
Purple tie. It's over, guys. He's in a purple tie. We're going higher. Yo, imagine. No, I think I like these lows down here. Look at all these sitting ducks down here. The VWAP. Oh. Oh. Purple tie means we're going high. I knew it would have an impact. So, right, we saw that stack up. We saw them pull the orders on NQ, pull the orders on ES. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. Wow, look at that go, man. What's he saying? Everybody's getting $1,200 or something? What was it, a stimulus package? Remember that? Dude, remember that? Oh man, look at these buyers. Glad we got out of those shorts. Because guess what? If you were still in a short position when he started talking in that liquidity, liquidity, the volume and the volatility, I should say, kicks in, you could have your stop loss sitting at 56.28, but it might fill you at 56.32, 56.34 because of that crazy move that comes in, that spread. It's a spread issue at that point. Wow, that's nuts. Probably going to see another few points on ES. Yup, there's that supply zone. Great stuff. Wow, that is something. That is something, man. Imagine having the power to move the markets like that. You get on a camera and go, "Good morning, everybody," and the market just like loses its mind. That's power. That is power, man. Taking a look at ES here, we're at the top of a supply zone. Oh, a lot of stop orders just got hit there. Let's see if we want to reject here, if we want to continue. Let's see. Being careful right here. A lot of people just went liquid on that pump. Nope. Always be aware of that 1 minute close, that 5 minute close, everything, guys. News event, anything. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna hit skip ads for you guys, for sure, for sure. Make sure you check us out. Bullish Bears on YouTube. Bullish Bears on Instagram. Post some good content for you guys. Try to post memes, try to post trade setups, trade reviews, recaps, all types of stuff. There goes crude oil going to that original take profit. The only problem would be now is if we were still in it, it would have been because we either re-entered or we moved our stop loss even lower, and that would have just made it more of a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. Not my ideal entry, not my ideal case scenario. I know I'm usually very strong with saying, oh, you need some type of, 4-to-1, 5-to-1, blah, blah, blah. Those are great. But what I am seeing now is sometimes it's good to find one of those setups, a 4-to-1, 5-to-1, but then maybe look to cut most of it, if not all of it, at 3-to-1, right? Because you're locking it in, and sometimes those very high risks or reward setups don't pay out. I'm looking at the 15-minute now, and I'm actually quite disappointed I didn't notice that sooner, that the 15 closed very bullish as a basing candle on ES. I did mention that a little bit before. That I was looking at the 15, didn't like how it closed. So, keeping an eye on that. Real good stuff so far today. Caught that move lower on ES right here for about 6 points. Got out of one contract, got out of the other contract for a little bit of break even. Wow, what a pullback. Give me half a second. What? Probably. So we saw the absorption. We saw the sweeps come in. Look at the sweeps at the high. And what happened? We pulled back from there. So let's see if the market wants to come back. We got 5-minute closes in 40 seconds. I'm thinking because of the 15, we're going to want to continue higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for an entry within this broken supply zone. That's something we mentioned earlier in the previous live stream that we had where we went over the some pre-market plans. So we can now take a entry long in this broken supply zone and target a new high of day, seeing that the 15 looks like it might want to continue higher. Here's a 15-minute demand zone. Mark that as demand. Five-minute. Look at the 1 minute. Any fair value gaps? We have a massive fair value gap down here. So again, ideally, because these zones are so large, I'm most likely going to be looking for an entry in this zone right here, or I'll be looking for some type of reaction to this zone right here. Again, a bit of a 5-to-1 risk to reward on that. And depending on when and where we pull back, let's see if we have an optimal trade entry as well. Yep, that's sort of lining up in that 61 to 78, lining up right within it. So definitely want to be aware of that setup. This is now a 15-minute breaker block, because before it was an order block or a supply zone. Now we broke it. Now it is a demand or breaker. Not really seeing the same type of setup on NQ. NQ is much more above that. All right, here we go. We're coming back down now. I'm trying to think. Because of the volatility, I might want to go like really light in this, like micro light. Because you could always do like way more contracts on micros than you can minis. The thing with that is, let's see. I'm just trying to line it up right. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we can look to have our stop sort of like right over here. 4-to-1. Keep an eye on that for ES long positions. Anybody have Powell up? Know what he said? Know what he's talking about? Now, obviously, he's talking about rate cuts. See if he was going to do them or not. How strong, how large, how small. Crude oil pumping away. Again, crude, we would have been in those longs if it didn't stop us out. It did stop us out. It is what it is. Nice little stop hunt on us, and then it continued. But that's why we got to keep those losses small and really take some nice wins on those. So look at that. The iceberg starting to line up. We'd be able to take a long position with a tight stop loss and try to run that higher, even though we could still run through it, right? So that's sort of how you would use the icebergs. I'm not taking that trade. I wouldn't do that, but that isn't a way you could use them. YouTube, I'm hitting skip ads for you guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it. So they pulled that iceberg. No longer there. There we go. See that? We swept that iceberg and then we pushed higher. So right now I'm still staying patient. I'm waiting for a potential entry down here. Guys, make sure you got a bottle of water. Drink some water. Stay hydrated. Very important. Some sweeps coming in there. Love that sweep indicator. It's awesome, dude. Very strong level at 56.50. Now let's look at our daily, right, guys? Said earlier, gotta watch that daily. Feel like we could have some a strong move to bring us higher. We could see continuation of maybe 56.90 on ES. So that's still about 45 points away. So patience is key. And we did have the news to help make that move happen. And now look at this 5-minute. We created a 5-minute fair value gap overlapping that broken supply zone. So now we have our fair value gap and our what's it called? And our breaker block. So that's our entry. That's what we're looking for. We'll be patient. See if we can get that. We might be able to then again, because of that, we might then be able to target somewhere even higher. Look for a real nice trade on that. Alright, we're just staying patient here. Buyers did step back in again using those icebergs. We saw them step in. Very good stuff. Very cool. Nice buddy of mine just opened his first. He was also in like a eval getting started phase. He just opened his first account. He's doing good today. Love to see that. Alright, there are those buyers. So again, we lose this optimal trade entry because now we have a new high, right? So at this point, we just stay a little patient on that still and see where this high wants to go. What time is it, guys? Only 10 after 10. Oh my goodness. Some icebergs leveling up right above us on the ES. See if we break them into supply and reject. Ha ha ha. Those icebergs are pretty clean. I gotta say those icebergs are pretty clean. When you start using multiple indicators on heat map, it's pretty cool. I just gotta figure out, I guess on heat map, on book map, I keep doing that. I gotta figure out how to, whenever I'm streaming, I always make sure I stream on simulated mode. I gotta change it to trading mode and see how I can go about placing orders and stuff. Because if I could just like right click here and be like limit order right exactly here at this iceberg, limit order right exactly here to get out of it, you know? That would be pretty clean. That would be pretty awesome really to use on bookmap, and I know there's a way, so we'll get into that soon. The pump that keeps pumping. Gotta thank Powell. Papa Powell. Oh, to KV. KV, man, that's funny, bro. That is funny. He said trying. Oh, he's not even in here right now. So trying to watch the Dom when Powell talks is hilarious. That must have been really funny. It's like we saw on the heat map. You know, they pulled all those orders, and then boom, market went crazy. Like, look at this. They pulled everything. Everything. Except this iceberg that got destroyed. So still waiting right now. We're hitting that 1 hour supply zone on ES. YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to skip those ads for you guys. Follow us on Instagram, Bullish Bears. Join our free community on Instagram. It's just like a Bullish Bears group. I post trade plans in there sometimes. Post screenshots in there, stuff like that in there. Sometimes we'll do giveaways and whatnot. I gotta figure out, can't believe it's already the weekend. Maybe I'll figure out something fun for us to do on the weekend, guys. If you guys are interested, YouTube, drop a comment. If you guys would be interested, Discord, you guys too, let me know if you guys would want to do some type of trading game night or something like that again. Whether, I know I did Jeopardy once, we did Kahoot once, which is a multiple choice and true and false type of deal. So let me know what you guys are interested in. That would be pretty cool. And we could do, depending on what we do and play, we could do a giveaway. We're just ripping right now, man. That's something, dude. What'd Powell say? Did Powell say that America's gonna pay for everybody to have their own home now? Is that what's going on? Or is it pullback?
Everyone in the world.
Yeah, everybody in the world. Guys, give me 30 seconds. I'll be right there. Guys, watch the market for me.
Will do, Kevin.
Guys, watch the market for me. Make sure it doesn't poop inside the house. Oh, it did. Alright, we're hitting that supply on ES. I would definitely consider some shorts here. Because of those icebergs trying to line up in that supply. We'll see how we react. Taking a look at bookmap here, looking at this iceberg. Look how weak these icebergs are. 2 and 1, right? Earlier we were seeing 200, 100 and something. Now they're very weak. A lot of volatility ran through. A lot of volume is done. Yeah, and we could take a short here, right where we're at right there. Put our stop loss right at the high. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Weighted index had a pretty nice reaction, but Tesla new high a day. Nvidia. If Nvidia could push lower, I would probably consider a short because of how this 5-minute pushed, closed with the long upper wick. But we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to keep an eye on that. Probably take ES short, so give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. We'll go very light. We'll go micros on some shorts on ES right now. Just 5 micros. Very, very light. Very light. We trade in light because we had that volatility and everything. Nice. Nice reaction of that supply zone. Beautiful. Sweet. Gorgeous. Awesome. Very good. I love a quick reaction. Oh my god. What's better than that? I'm gonna get it out there. I'm all out there. That was too clean. Too fresh and too clean. Nice quick scalp there, guys. That was pretty cool. Quick scalp. From there to there. Oh, it's still going. I'm still looking for longs here if we could take those longs. Because now also, I'm looking at this area right here. This low right here, which made the fair value gap. And people are going to have their stops there. That's why this supply, we're selling off so hard. We want to go grab that liquidity. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean, so fresh and so clean. That was a nice scalp. Gotta wait for those, right? We were patient the whole time, then boom, caught a nice move lower. Yo, nice, bro. My buddy just texted me, yo, I took that short with you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Love that, guys. Love it. Love it. Love it. Staying patient. Got the 5-minute. Gotta remember, look at those other time frames. Look at that 5-minute rejection, man. Oh, man, I didn't even see that on the 5-minute. I wish I did. I probably would have held even longer. But that was nice because, look, we had the 2 wicks inside supply, this 1 hour supply up here, and there was a strong level I had right there, 56.64. That, on top of the things that Bookmap was telling me, how we had the sweeps, a huge sweep indicator right there. A lot of the iceberg building up there. So just good selling pressure in this supply zone. So what did we do? We found the supply zone. Then we used our resources when price got there for the reaction, right? So we don't predict the market. We just find our zones. And then when we find our zones, we could use our time frame analysis. We could use our Bookmap and market depth analysis. And that's what will help us take better executed trades. So it does feel like it's going to keep going too. It's pretty strong, but this is a strong level right here, 56.34, and that's right inside that area that I'm looking to enter. It's 56.33.25. And look at all the icebergs sitting right above there, right? That low. This is the low I marked out, 56.35.50. It's a big iceberg because there's a ton of stop orders there. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like button, giving out gold. This was a great sesh so far today. I'm going to hit skip ads for you guys as well, as long as you keep running up that like button. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. Discord, YouTube, appreciate you all. Hopefully you guys can learn something from the streams we do. I know I go live Monday and Friday for you guys. So hopefully Mondays and Fridays you aren't only making money with me, but you're also learning something. You know, always trying to go over what the market is doing consistently, constantly be chatting or yapping about something, even if that means I'm missing the trade. Or even we took that crude oil short and that long, and that was a loss. And then we came back on ES with a real nice short before, and then we stopped out of the last contract for a small loss, and then we caught another nice ES drop right here. Just about that consistency, man. Just slow and steady, slow grind. Just let it get there. Let your winners outweigh your losers, and that's it. We have a 1 minute fair value gap here, and that's also sitting on that this broken supply zone. The reason that's an area of interest is because this broken supply zone was broken today during that volatility, so it's still an area of interest in my opinion. So this fair value gap has a little more significance than the next. Not the literal next, but like then one that doesn't have an area of interest. So if I was looking for an ES short, I would maybe look for this trade right here, 2-to-1 risk to reward. If you take that fair value gap short there, target the next inside the next fair value gap under that swing low right there. But I'm not taking that trade. I'm waiting for the longs. I'm going to wait to see if longs play out. If longs don't play out, then no more trades. We caught those 2 bangers. That was pretty clean. And we're good. We're chilling. That's funny. Alright, so we're getting that rejection off of that fair value gap again. I'm not taking this because we have a strong iceberg under us right now. We might get a strong sweep, though. If we get a strong sweep... Oh, there goes the iceberg. Yeah, we might drop from there. Again, me personally, I'm not taking this short. I do not like this. Not that I don't like it. I'd rather wait for a long setup, so I'm not trusting the short setups at the moment. Looking at the daily time frame, we almost hit that previous day high. That's a very important level. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I marked out with, yeah, right above that strong level. So very interested. I'm much more interested, I should say, in long positions down here in this fair value gap. Because now, too, that fair value gap lines up with the optimal trade entry. So, again, not taking that short. Again, we're trying to break through it right now. We have a fair value gap above it, too, right? So, I'm just being patient. Maybe we could see where the optimal trade entry would be on this short position, right? Because it's coming out of supply, and that would be in this fair value gap, right at this one right here. So anybody trying to take an inverse fair value gap position might get ran over too, right? That might be the real fair value gap rejection. But again, for myself, I'm not taking any shorts right now. This was the short I took because it was hitting that supply, and a lot of people were still chasing those longs, so we sort of caught, I don't want to say caught the top, we grabbed some shorts around 56.56 and got out for a scalp at 56.48. So 8 points. Not the worst, not the best, but it was on a very tight stop loss. Pretty decent. Gold is bouncing off of the broken supply zone, right? So that's sort of the setup I'm looking for right now. Just staying patient here, guys. Market's really not giving us much at the moment, and that's just how it is, right? When the market isn't at our area to enter, we shouldn't really be trying to chase it, because when you start chasing the market, yes, sometimes you could catch it, but you have to know where are you chasing it. Are you taking the breakout right here, and you have your stop loss right here? But once you start chasing at this point, if you put your stop loss, say, at the bottom of this candle while it's still forming, it could wick you out and continue. You could put it all the way down here, but then where is your target that makes it an okay enough trade to take? At some point you just have to ask yourself, when do you have to let it play out? And right now we just have to let it play out. It does look like it's going to continue. It did bounce. I guess, where is that? This is like a 1 minute fair value gap that we held. Like right there. So from there to there, we had the 1 minute fair value gap. So we held that. I guess we could have, right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda when it comes to anything in life. But that wasn't my trade plan. I still really liked this entry down here. And now I know too, if we do make our way back down here as well, a lot more people are going to be stopping out of their positions. And if we don't come back down there, then so be it. Then we continue higher, and the market continues higher, and we look for another setup, you know. YouTube, make sure you drop a like button. I'm going to hit skip ads on that next one. I know I keep saying that. Market recovery, looking bullish right now. Yep, but got to be careful. ES coming up to that supply that we rejected pretty strong last time. But now we have this fair value gap. We're using it almost like an inverse fair value gap. Yeah, that 5 minute looks pretty clean to the buy side. Good call. Good call. Take a look at that. That might be the setup then, that inverse fair value gap, if we could touch it again. Let's see. Let's see. See if we get back into it and how we hold it. I was saying, let's see, and my Siri picked up. Because, you know, our phones are always listening to us, whether we like it or not. That's a pretty fat iceberg right there, 203, right? We saw those earlier today, and they were trying to hold up. 1 minute, there's a fair value. Yep, I know, that's what I was looking at. So we rejected it. We came off of it already. So we might not get that entry again. We might just push higher at this point. But if we do get an entry on that, I would consider taking it. Yeah, look at that. See that? We missed. It gave us the tap, and then it continued. So we're going to wait. We'll see how it wants to play out. If it wants to come back and touch it again, just like it came down here. Gave us like 5 touches on the 1 minute before it continued. Gotta look for consistencies in the market, right? Just like I was telling, I forget who I was telling yesterday, but we have to know. Oh, I think it was Rob. I was telling him we have to know ourselves just like we know the market, right? So like, what markets do I trade best in? What markets do I trade the worst in? Now, what markets are going on right now? How can I change? How can I execute? How can I readjust? If I know that my setups are better in bear markets, but I see that lately we've been in a bull trend, okay, well, let me back test just the past week, just the past 2 weeks. Look at the candles, look at the different time frames. Has supply and demand been working? Have broken demand zones and supply zones been working? What has been going in the direction of the market? What has been forming? Maybe should I be waiting on the 15-minute time frame to enter? What time were those zones being created? Were they being created in the afternoon? Were they being created in the mornings? So on and so on. Yep, there's that nice pop right there. Now, ES has not made a new high a day yet. NQ is near a new high a day. I do think ES is going to want to make a run for that, though. We saw how that was a strong iceberg, 205 at 56.55 on ES, and that ended up holding. That was great. That was good. So now we got 308 up here on ES iceberg. And the reason for that is because it's the new high. So there's there's not always going to be anything in the market. There is no always in the market. But there's usually going to be an iceberg sitting at a high or a low. ES looks better for shorts because we're making that SMT divergence right now. ES made it a lower high. If we hold, on this 1 minute, if we hold lower, makes a lower high. But on the 1 minute right now on NQ, I think it wants that 15-minute supply, but we're gonna keep an eye on it. Let's see. We could take a look for a short if the 1 minute gives us a nice bearish candle, and keep our stop loss at that pivot high, because the short is based off of the divergence So that was a pretty nice bear candle. I don't think I'm gonna take this short because now we're getting pretty tight here. It could be. It could be. I don't know. We'll see. If we start dropping, maybe I'll jump in a short. But I gotta see. Sort of chopping right now. But we're at supply. And we're bearish divergence. Alright, we'll go light. Give it a shot on some shorts here. Stop loss is that previous high. Do you guys hear the noise anymore? Because I don't hear the noise anymore for when I get filled. I used to hear a ring, and it used to pick up on YouTube too and Discord too, and now I don't hear it, so I don't know if you guys even hear it.
No, we can't hear it.
Ah, that's annoying. I'm like, alright, hopefully it'll be on there, so. I might have got tricked into these shorts. Let's see. I'm probably going to be in and out of these since the reaction was pretty weak to that SMT divergence. My entry on this short, let's just delete that for a second, is like right here. So my stop loss is going to be like right there. I wanted to see a drop lower, but I don't see it lining up that well right now. Take a look at the 5-minute maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see how the 5 closes. If we get to push below this 78, this level right here, that would be great. If we don't, we have an iceberg there. I want to see a strong move. Let's see. Bears are trying right now. Sellers are trying. Okay, getting a little something right now. Nope, still failing. Sellers keep sellers keep failing there. But we still got 40 seconds for this 1 minute to close. I'm gonna let it sort of play out. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? 308 on the iceberg to the upside, 206 to the downside. We have a pretty strong level. Ooh, there we go. 56.50. We have a pretty strong level. That's what I'm talking about. Nice, 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 nice. Give us something. Does it want to give us something? 8 seconds left in this. Do we get out here? Do we hold and see if that next 1 minute gives us a nice drop too? 2 seconds. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's close, man. That's close. I'm gonna hold for a sec, see how we react. I still wanted this level down here, and we just had that divergence. So I might want to hold and see if we could drop even further. Have this turn into a real nice trade. Weighted index had a nice drop. I might get out of, let's see, I went crazy light. I'm talking like micro light, guys. So I'm in 5 micros right now. MES. If I knew how light that was, because I've only traded NQ lately and MNQ, probably would have gone for at least 10. I know 10 is the same as 1 ES, but still easier to manage a position with 10 contracts than 1 contract. So you could size out if you have to, size in if you have to. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna get out of let's try to get out of a few.
All right, so ES is at the pivot point just above it. Of course, you've got a fair value gap below it. High of previous day high at 56.69.
I'm gonna see if we don't get a drop here. I'm probably gonna try to get out. Oh, no. No, I take that back. Take that back. Want to see how we react to that 1 minute fair value gap. Nice. If we could drop lower, that would be great. Be nice, cool. I'm going to get out of 3 contracts on 1 more drop. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna get out of the remainder right there. Just to close out. Nice. Good stuff. Dude, I hate that I don't have the dinging now. Because that's so annoying. I feel like I'm not really... that's as dumb as that sounds psychologically. It feels like I'm not trading because I don't have the... Shing. Shing. So I'm out of the shorts there. In case we want to create a higher low off of this broken supply zone. But that was a pretty clean entry on shorts on ES. So we got a few scalps on ES for today. Real good. Strong way to end the week. It was definitely a difficult week, right? I feel like a lot of people were struggling this week as well with their strategies or what's going on with the market. It was up, it was down, it was breaking highs and failing, breaking lows and continuing, but then it was revert. You know, it was very... there was a lot of uncertainty in the market, right? We weren't sure exactly what was going on, but gotta just size down, make the most of it, then come back and hit the market and know what's up. So good stuff today, guys. Let's see, what time is it? 10:36. We'll keep going for a little bit. If anybody's got any questions, anybody wants to see any charts, let me know. Let's see. Take a look at our equities. Always looking at my equities as well. You guys might not see it on the screen. YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, hit skip on the ads. But I'm always looking at my equities. We have Meta in the top left, Microsoft and Apple. So those are my top three up here. Nvidia is a top three. Would probably put it where Meta is, but I'm used to at this point it being on this chart. So whenever I look straight up, it's Nvidia right in front of me, Microsoft's right in front of me. Those are some of the heaviest ones. And then it's Apple to the right, Meta to the left. And I do have Tesla on my screen. Tesla, I've noticed, doesn't make the biggest of impacts. Could probably put something like Amazon in there. And that would do a bit better. Where did that go? Oh, that went up there. You mean just talking about it doesn't mean I clicked it? Amazon's a pretty good one. So like we could look at right here, Amazon bounced at VWAP at 10.15, right? So we could look at where the NASDAQ bounced, 10.15. So 10.15 right here on the NASDAQ, that's when, oh wait, I guess we'll go to the 5 minute, 10.15. 10.15, right? NASDAQ also bounced. ES also bounced 10.15. That was Amazon bouncing with VWAP too. It's a lot of volume, right? There's strong volume in the markets. There are bankers. There are these big institutions that have literal millions to billions of dollars that they have to move and hit a certain quota every week, every month, that they can't just sit on cash. They aren't allowed to. They literally have to move that money around. They have to be doing something with it. So because of that, we have to find the motion of the market. A lot of times it will be trending together. Very rarely will you see Amazon selling off while the NASDAQ is pumping. So whether you're trading equities like the NASDAQ, like Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, it's important to know what the NASDAQ is doing, and vice versa. If you're trading the NASDAQ, it's important to know what these equities are doing. And if you don't have a whole nother screen to look at equities, then if you have at least 4 monitors, what you can do is put in one of these bottom screens that weighted index that I've been showing in the corner. So I could put that right here and have more of an idea of the direction of the market, have it change with the time frames that I'm looking at, and that could also sort of be an indicator for myself.
I just posted your latest weighted indexes over in main chat.
Thank you. Oh, it won't let me zoom in. Let's see. All right, Apple 8.9%, Nvidia 8.1%, Microsoft 8.1%. What's that say? Broadcom 5.1, Amazon 4.8, Meta 4.8. So obviously no Tesla in there, right? So I'm going to keep Amazon in there. That'll be my updated screen I'm watching.
Now the first 3 are common also to the S&P.
Cool. Yes, that's right. Yep. if you're trading S&P, trading the Nasdaq, it's important and helpful for trading both of them, for sure. We'll be leaving crude alone for a little while. I feel like we're back on a Nasdaq and ES swing of things. Price action's just been a bit smoother on them. Crude oil's been just a little choppy, a little more uncertainty, a bit wider, a bit crappier in range. Can't really find the best risk to reward setups. We'll keep an eye on it, but we'll be more on ESNQ. Yeah, that was a good supply zone. Somebody said that was a strong zone up there on ES. Absolutely. I mean, that gave us two great setups. The one we took right here, we got out that right here. And then the one we took right here, which we got in right here because of the SMT divergence. So we had divergence in supply. On ES, it was bearish divergence in supply. So we took that short with the stop loss at the highs. Again, not the best risk to reward, but 3-1 is still pretty good. I'm probably done for the day. I'm probably done for the day in terms of trades. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how we react to this zone. I said I wanted longs off this zone. That'd be pretty crazy because then this trade would play out. Time is it? 11:15, guys. You guys got any questions? Let me know. YouTube, hit the like, hit a comment, drop a comment. Any questions? Whatever. I was gonna make a video on Apex because I always I'll do an account every now and then, like one of their challenge accounts. And I was gonna do I did a 150k account because I always recommend people get a 50k, get 150k. But I always want to do one myself because before I recommend something to somebody, or if I'm recommending something to somebody, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, you should do this. Oh, but I haven't done. That doesn't sound right. So past 150k, got 150k payout. It was like the cap was 2,700, so I was gonna make a video on it. But I requested the payout August 2nd. They didn't approve it until August 14th. And then I didn't receive it till August, was yesterday? 2 days ago? 21st? So, for a 20-day span, there are a lot of other prop firms. Top Step, I believe, as well. I'm gonna give Top Step a try because they apparently have a lot different rules, right? So Apex, you have to trade 10 full days before you get a request to pay out. Top Step, you have to have 5 profitable days of $200 or more, not in a row, at any point, and then you could request up to 50%, but once you request that 50%, whatever you're leaving in your account is your cushion. So your cushion now comes to 0 regardless. So if you had a 50k account and the drawdown is usually 2,000 and you had 3,000 profit and you withdrawed 1,500, now 1,500 is going to be your risk, right? Because now you're chopping it to 0. 1,500 is what's in your, I think it's called an XFA account. Again, I do have to look into it. YouTube, I'm gonna hit skip ads, so hit that like button. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? So it's got different rules. It's got a bit better payouts rules, and when you request the payout, apparently they approve it within a business day and send it out in 3 days or something like that. They have Wise and ACH, I think is what it's called. So I'll probably try them out and see how they work with the payouts. Top Step seems pretty cool. But
Hey Kev, yeah, definitely keep us updated on Top Step. I've checked them out and they seem pretty cool. The trailing drawdown I think is a little bit I think it's like 2,000 instead of 2,500 for the 50k. But it seems interesting because Apex now is like requiring video recordings for people a lot, and it's getting kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny. I heard about that, and I was like, that is crazy. Be like, oh, record yourself trading. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you have to record yourself and record it, and some people have been denied, or I don't know about denied, but like they have to keep trading before they get a payout because they didn't show their like number on the account number on the screen and stuff. It's just
Oh,
kind of ridiculous.
jeez. Oh man, yeah. Oh, that's wow. Yeah,
Granted, I don't know if these are for like accounts that are, they're
withdrawing
doing
millions.
right. I don't know how much they're doing. Like,
Could be
for
Apex
me,
protecting
it's
themselves. Yeah, you shouldn't have a problem.
I would hope not.
No, you should no, because they didn't give me on my 150K one. I know. I thought the same thing. I heard about that, and again, I requested on the second. I know in the past they'll sometimes they'll approve within like a few days, sometimes a day or two, but like the second, then the third, then the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, all the way till the 14th is the last day that they can approve it. That's when they approved it. But I was looking on their Facebook too, and tons of people were saying, "Oh yeah, I requested the first, I requested the second, still didn't approve it, blah blah blah." So I'm like, what is going on here, But I'm gonna definitely keep you guys posted on Top Step.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's $50, and you might get two. I couldn't figure this out online, but I think you get two tries for the evaluation, but maybe that's just your first time.
2 tries on the evaluation? I didn't know
Yeah,
about
I
that
think
one.
I think when you first sign up, like they give you like a second trial on, but I remember that happened to me, but I don't know if they do that each time.
No, that's cool. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I like too? I'm glad you mentioned that. They have a daily loss limit where it literally locks you out of the account. On the 50K account, if you hit 1,000 loss for that day, it will lock you out of the account. You can't. So you literally can't blow an account in a day. They make it impossible for that. That's what I really liked about them. I was like, wow,
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
yeah, it was really cool. It was like that's really awesome that they do that for traders. But because then it's literally it's creating rules for the people who are trying to learn to trade. Because in all honesty, a lot of people who are trading these prop firms, they are taking their time. They're starting and trading, and that's really awesome that they do that. Because it well, so then if what is it? It's 2,000 for the stop loss on a 50K account. So you would have to hit the max daily loss twice, and then the account's blown. But I mean, to hit it once will give you a different type of mindset because you hit it already. Alright guys, we're in this ES fair value gap I mentioned earlier. Was looking for long positions. I'm not getting in right now. That would be pretty crazy. I'm going to keep an eye, see, yeah, I was gonna say if NQ could take that low out right here, the one it just took out, and we're in this, is this a 15-minute demand zone? Don't mind if I do. No, we'll keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on this though. Nope, look at that weighted index dropping. Everything's dropping. Yo, that's crazy. We caught these shorts up here on ES. Imagine that. Ooh, that would be something. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys posted on Top Step, the payout process and all that. Passing the accounts is just very similar to Apex. A little better though because they don't have the 30% rule; they have the 50% rule. But that's for their funded accounts too. It's not their evals. Their funded is the 50% rule, but you really shouldn't be making 50% of your total profits in one day. Like if you're making 10 grand over the course of 5 days, you shouldn't be making 5 grand in one day, and then a grand. Sure, if you know what, it's funny. You put it in that sense. Well, no, that's 50%. That would be okay, but it would be 6 grand, and then it would be like 900 for the rest of the days. So that's the difference they're looking for. They want to see like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense that one day you could do this much. And then the rest of the days you only did this much. It sounds like you did a big trade, a YOLO trade, and then you just sort of just made it by. And they don't want to do that because then they're losing money on somebody who's just sort of YOLO trading, right? Same thing with Apex, but Apex sort of puts those rules, they reinforce them a lot stronger.
All right, man. Well, I'm out. You have yourself a good weekend, and I got to watch these stupid options I've got running, so my day is not over.
See you,
Oh,
see you.
jeez. Take care, Marziti. Take care, man. Have a good
Kevin, have
weekend.
you got a bank holiday on Monday, or is that just the UK? No?
That's a good question. Nope, just the UK.
Okay, thanks.
Sure thing. All right, let's see. So that was a nice drop on ES right there. That was real clean. Destroyed this trade plan right here to go along in that that broken supply zone, right? So we're just gonna wipe that out. And that's okay, because you know what? We didn't take any trades on it. We're cool. We were done for the day before. NQ's probably gonna go see that, yeah. I was gonna say 622. 622 NQ for you. Boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. 1050. Alright, guys, we're probably going to be wrapping it up shortly. Market gave us a real nice drop. Gave us a real nice pop. Gave us a lot today, right? So, definitely a good Friday. Good way to end the week. Hope you guys were able to catch some profits with us today. We took some ES shorts, some MES to be more exact. We went much lighter today because of the volatility in the market. Got to be extra careful with that. Alright, guys, have a great weekend, YouTube. Take care to you guys. Hit that like and subscribe. Check out our recent videos. In Discord, I'll hang out for another few minutes with you guys. Peace.